What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we got a bunch of things we need to get done. I just got back from Somerville. I had to drop my daughter off at a cheer clinic, and I also picked up some tires for the bad boy. I need to take those tires. I think I'm just take them up to work and change them out at work because I can do it for free. We need to align an EZGO, and I got some tools that I'm gonna show you how to do an EZGO or other ones as well. They're how I do them, and there's a couple other things we got to do. I can't exactly remember, but anyways, let's just get into it. So these are the tires I got. I paid $250 for them. They're Duro Frontiers. They're radial 26, 11, 12s. These are for the rear. And I thought, hey, that's some pretty good tread there. They was wanting $300 for them. I gave $250, and I got 11s for the rear and 9s for the front. So the tires that's on the bad boy now are just completely horrible. They're wore down, and they're also they're not radials. And I drive a lot of hard pack stuff, not really so much, you know, in the mud and stuff, but these right here would do just fine on that. So we're gonna get those right there taken care of right next. This looks so much better. I didn't want to bore you guys showing you the install process, but got it done. And these are 26 912s. They seem to fit without any rubbish anywhere on there. Looks good. No lift kit needed. I have a lift kit for the front, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it on or not. But that's what that looks like. I think it looks pretty good. All right, guys, so it looks, on camera, it looks like the tires are kind of close, but looking at them, you know, not through the camera lens, these tires are kind of like this right here. They're kind of facing away from each other. So we need to do an alignment, and on this, we have some alignment tabs here. I got these right here a while back. I'll link them down below, but we need to pull the wheels off and stick these right here on the hubs. If you have a golf cart with a lift kit, like a club car or whatever, once you pull your tires and you jack it up, I'd put jack stands underneath each arm, kind of the way that the tire would lift it up as well, because you don't want them to be drooping left and right. And on this one right here, we're just gonna jack it up, probably put a jack stand underneath the middle, or two of them, and we're gonna put these right here on there and get this thing right here aligned. Now, one thing we're gonna need is 2 tape measures that are the same. So I'm gonna need to get those so we can align it. All right, just went up to Harbor Freight real quick. Got 2 of the same tape measures. These ones only $1.99 each. 12-foot length, but they're only 1/2 inch wide. That's the only thing we need when we're doing this right here. All right, so I got the wheels off. I got my alignment plates on. Both of my tape measures are on. So let me start off by saying you can make these. Get you some angle iron, drill the holes where you need them, drill the holes for your tape measure to hang on to on both of them. But if you don't want to do all of that, these are very inexpensive, and I'll put a link to these right here in the video description. But I get it if you want to make your own. For a long time, I made my own, but then I just got tired of the tape measures falling off. I got tired of, you know, for a golf cart was one thing, but then if you wanted to align, you know, a side-by-side or whatever, that was another thing. So anyways, with that being said, I got these right here. They're very inexpensive. Like I said, Amazon, link in the video description. This right here allows you to check the measurement from in front of the wheel on both sides and behind the wheel on both sides. So like right now, on the front here, I got it going here. We're sitting at 35 and just about a quarter, or a little more than a quarter. And on the rear, we're sitting at 34 and like 3/4 probably. So we're a good, I would say at least 1 inch out, if not more. And they need to be about, I believe it's about 1/8 of an inch gap on the front, so when you're riding, the wheels will straighten out just a little bit. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come in here. We're gonna loosen up the tie rods in here. We're gonna adjust them before we can get this right here perfect, okay? And you're gonna have to adjust this one and the other one over there. Since this right here is a 3-bolt EZGO, you got 2 tie rods to adjust. If you have the 1.5 up, you only have 1 to adjust. But pretty simple to do. Take your time. It can be aggravating, but these right here plates make it so much less aggravating. All right, so on this one, there's gonna be 4 nuts, 1 here, 1 here, and then it's gonna be the same on the driver's side. Went ahead and loosened those, and I use a crescent wrench to do that with. Now what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna grab some either vice grips or channel locks, probably channel locks, and try to grab this right here bar and twist it in or out to see exactly where I need to be at on my measurements. So I went ahead and took the tape measures off because I was in here getting these right here loose. I'll put the tape measures back on before we get on to the next step. So I don't know what I was seeing earlier. I was saying it was 35, but it's actually just about 36 on the money on the front, and on the back is almost 34. So we're about two inches out. So when you're adjusting, you want to adjust this bar and the other bar pretty much at the same time. So if you're going to go 1 turn on that one, go 1 turn on the other one as well, just so you'll have the same amount of steering left to right. So, you know, everyone's is going to be different, but that's exactly how I'm doing it. Does that look different to y'all? Looks a little bit different to me. Let me show you what my measurements are now. With the same tape, this one right here, we're at 34 and just past 3/4. Okay, just past 3/4. And on the back here, you can see we're at 34, almost 35. So we're a tad shorter in the front than we are in the back. I think I'm gonna leave it the way this right here is. And now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten those jam nuts back up, and we're gonna call it good. We can then test it. And if it doesn't test right, we can come back and we can try it again. But this right here is exactly how I do things, guys. And like I said, I'll place the link to these right here in the description. Dirt cheap. Just be sure you can get you some tape measures the same. Both of those came from Harbor Freight. These are 12 feet long, 3/4 or 1/2 inch wide, and they were $1.99 a piece, I think. Well, it's tracking so much better, but I got a noise. Sounds like we have a bearing that is just screaming on the back right side here. But can't do anything about that right now. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if this is... Yeah, that bearing does not like me right now. We're gonna check the speed real quick, even though we got a bearing that's yelling at us. I'm gonna see about getting one of those. Maybe get one today from somewhere, but let's check it. Cart's jacked up. I'm trying to listen for a sound. It started pouring down rain. Just a metal building, so I can't really hear a whole lot. I'm thinking now, I wonder if it's a axle bearing or it could be the input shaft bearing. Not exactly sure. Maybe once this right here rain stops, I'll try to figure it out, but I can't hear nothing now. Y'all, I can't make this up. That's how loud it is in a metal building. Water's starting to creep in. Gotta love it. Gotta love the summertime. It says it might quit in about an hour. I'm not sure. We might postpone this job for another day. I'm not sure just yet. Well, it just keeps raining. We're gonna postpone this job for another day. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me a little bit today, but didn't get a bunch done. I got way more I wanted to get done, but anyways, we'll see y'all later. Bye.